like, where do we start?
We're filming a week and like 3 days late.
Do not judge us.
Because at the actual Arias, we started drinking at like 10 AM.
And the next day we felt like death. So essentially the entire carpet was basically, we are only here for Ed.
But then everybody rocked up late to the carpet. It started at like 2 and nobody came to 3.
Because of the heat,
yeah.
Apparently.
Like literally nobody came at all. There was like a couple of people walking the carpet before then. And then the people that did walk it spent ages at the promo, like the press people, because there was all this free time. We were waiting for Passenger to come up the carpet.
He took so long.
He took so long. And then when he finally did come up,
he was like on the other side, and our friend was like, go to them, they're big fans, and we already had Taylor Henderson with us, so then Passenger went away.
He went away. And then later we asked Angus to go and pick him up and bring him back.
And he's like, no.
And Angus is like, I can't do that.
Angus was really quite helpful because he was also like, oh, when Ed and Kylie and all those people come, they're supposed to like not even stop for fans. They're supposed to like just walk.
Yeah, because someone asked if Ed was walking the carpet,
and like actually to stop for fans walking though.
And then he's just like, he's not meant to. He's meant to be doing like the press.
He was just like, he literally stopped for like 2 seconds doing this little tiny little interview where like there was only like the 4 or 5 photos of him that's gone anywhere. The one with Kylie and the ones with James Blunt, and that's it. He spent like the entire time just really quickly going through the fans on like our side of the carpet.
When he got to us, all these people behind us started like climbing over us.
And Ed just came over and he has his like pen and he's like ready to sign.
He just like looks at us with his pen and we're just like,
babe, they took all our stuff.
We don't have a bag.
They wouldn't let us take anything. And it just...
And we didn't even have like our sign because we made like a Stuart sign. We couldn't even be like, sign this piece of paper.
Because
someone threw it out of the way to stand behind us.
And then just this lady just randomly shoves her arm out and signs this arm and signs anything else basically for an entire
then he just like
grandstand.
Put the pen away. But then when he was with us, like when I was about to like try and get a photo, this guy like pushed like right over the top of me, and then Ed like sidesteps out of it and like comes into mine.
He like swerved out of this other guy's like video photo thing.
And then I'm just like, go to Nikki! Like really.
And he was just kind of like, shit, I better go there.
But yeah, and we just appeared on every media thing there was because the camera crews all came up once Ed got there. And so this awkward footage of us, and we're like, okay. So there's also video footage of us meeting the Veronicas, or a Veronica.
The lone Veronica. We're just like, for old time's sake, let's get one. And Tim Amage.
He was really cool.
Tim Amage loved me because I was just like, where is your new music? And he's just like, it's coming, I promise. And he's just like, there'll be like one more single and then we're going to drop the CD early next year. And I was like, good, I can tell my mum this. Because my mum's like the biggest Tim Amage fan in the world. And then he was all like, have you got the new single? I'm like, yeah, I love it. And he was like really pumped about it.
And
then, he was so keen.
And then we were on his Snapchat.
We're on Rove's Snapchat.
We were, oh my god, Rove.
Not here first. Now.
So here.
See? That's how you know.
That's photobombing in the back.
Then we're on Havana Brown's Snapchat, and then approached you.
Spotify interviewed me. So he to see. I was like, Ed, and then Spotify was like, but you've already seen him, and I was like, yeah, but I want to see him again.
Yeah, and then they were just like, what are you doing here today? How are you celebrating your 21st? And you're like, I'm at the Arias.
I'm at the Arias.
What does it look like I'm doing?
It was so awkward. And then Nathaniel performed on the carpet and we were next to the stage. And then I got messages from people saying that we were the only ones on the carpet dancing.
Yeah, because we were like the only ones that stood up because they had this big idea of giving us inflatable microphones and making us sing the na 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 into these microphones, and then no one did it when it happened.
Except us.
Oh, what about Short Stack?
Oh yeah, Short Stack.
We met Short Stack, they were really... Well,
that was so funny.
Because they remembered Sarah and me from like Adelaide, so it was really cute. And then like they were like, oh, it's Emma's birthday.
Yeah. I was sure I had like the obnoxious 21. He's like, so how old are you turning? I was like, 12. And then, yeah, and we got a photo with them. Oh my god, that photo. He took one and we're all not ready.
And then he's the only one that looks good at it.
He looks really good and we're all like,
Yeah, and I was like, and then the other one's not even in it, and Emma's like looking at something else, and I'm just like, that would be right.
I think I was like trying to help one of the other guys get in the photo. I was like, no, stand here. And then he's just like, I'm just gonna take a photo of me.
It was like the best thing that's ever happened.
And who else was there? Oh, Angus.
Of course.
Not that he's famous, but Angus.
But there was a lot of other people, again, like if we like wanted to, we could have had photos of
Like
them,
Kylie was like
and
so close to us.
Havana Brown was with us for
Yeah,
like
she
ages.
chatted to us and we chatted to her and everyone was like, oh, you look really pretty and stuff like that.
Yeah, oh, Veronica's called us beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was heaps of people we'd like talk to or we'd like join into like their weird Snapchat things and stuff, but we weren't like...
We weren't fans and we like,
Oh,
oh, can we get a photo? So
Like some people next to us, not naming names, got a photo with Short Stack.
And we're like, who's this?
And then asked who it was. If you could see Shanae right now, she's doing
It was good because we had two of our friends on the opposite side of the carpet, but exactly
directly
like
opposite.
parallel us. So like we would like tag team and send each other.
It was literally like
the
as
other
soon as
ones.
we were done like talking to someone, we're like, hey, can you stop for our friends over there? And then they did the same for us, and so they cut across the carpet, which was really good. So okay, so where we were in the stage there was the stage behind us, and then there was the runway to get to the little bit where they stand with the microphone, and then we're inside it, and then the celebrities all sit here and face us, and we have to face them.
And we were kind of like right in front of the Warner section, so we had like Conrad and...
Conrad was like directly next to us.
Yeah.
And then this is like a very small, like not very wide stage.
Well, I could like lean over and touch the other
Yeah.
end of the walkway thing, like it wasn't that big.
And so we got to watch Taylor Henderson get a photo with Ed and like fanboy. And
I was just like, because I remember Taylor stand up,
yeah.
and I was just like, why is Taylor, why is he so excited? And I'm like, oh no.
No.
It's Edward.
Because Ed was like coming and we didn't see him, but Taylor did, so he like shot up. And that's what
that
got our
was
attention.
So cute. But no, and then we had like Mike there,
Yeah.
in between a few people, like a few rows back, and he just spent the night like stroking his little beard. And he's like this teddy, just stroking his beard, contemplating life in the middle of the Arias, because what is Australian award shows?
what is Australian humour?
So he just got very confused, and then we'd spend the night just stroking our fake beards, and then the one time we weren't really looking at him.
We stopped looking at him and he saw us.
And he thought it was great, and then we kind of like
and then we
smiled
just like
away.
did that, and then he was just like, this is funny.
So, first award of the night, where we're like sitting, we can see like the teleprompter for like what's gonna happen and what they're saying, so who's next and stuff. And then we just see multiply, and we're like, Ed's coming. Where's Ed?
Where is he coming from? Which end? Is it this one or is it
So
that
they
one?
can come from like 2 or 3 different ways to get up onto that circular bit, and we're just like stressing and being like, we need to have our cameras ready to record Ed, you know, and we're getting really stressed out. And then just like the thing behind us just lifts up, and there's just like 2 sneakers there, and we just look up, and then Ed is like staring down at us, and we're just like, this is so
He just
awkward.
has like this awkward like smirk.
Like
just,
he just like, yeah, it's just like a, ha, you were talking
yeah,
about me, now I'm here.
I just heard every word you just
And
said.
it was like this really cocky grin. I've
Yeah.
never seen it before.
No.
It made me so uncomfortable.
And then he was staring at us for ages, so I was just kind of like...
Because we were just like, what do we do? And my instinct was, I'm going to turn around and not look at him. So I turned around and just stared at Emma in
And
the
I
face
just
instead.
like waved at him, and then he just kind of like did it back.
He did
like,
it back.
yeah, he was very like, yes, I know what you just said.
Yeah, it was like one of those, like a, I'm going to wave at you, but you know and I know that exactly what was just said and that how much
I was
you
just
love me.
innocently just like...
It was like a, I know that you love me. Bitches love me. I'm Ed Sheeran. In this spare seat near Conrad all night, and I
we're
said
just
to
like,
Emma straight
oh,
away,
no.
I'm like, he's going to sit there. He's
Because
going
it
to
was
sit there.
like
He's going to sit there.
his record label, the only spare seat in his entire record label spot.
And it was the front row, and I'm like,
next
nah.
to like Conrad and Conrad's management, and we're just like...
We're
well,
like, no. And I just like knew it. And then, you know, of course, he just comes in, and then they just like put like 100 more bottles of beer in the thing before he shows up, and I'm like, he's coming.
And then he just sits down like right in front of us, and we're like, oh no.
And then the first thing he does though is like looks over at us, and then there's me and Emma just like pretending not to look at him, being like,
we were doing this.
and we're just like,
And
don't
then-
look at
and then
us.
he's-
And I just lost my shit at one point and like face planted the stage and was like, I'm not doing this anymore, I quit. And he's just like, ha. He was just like, these girls
are
funny.
funny.
I'm gonna keep watching them and making them uncomfortable.
Okay, it's 5 sauce.
Ashton, sorry for seeing my mangina. Okay,
And then
as if that was allowed on TV.
He said it on the live stream, and then as soon as it cut it off, like Fitzy and Whipper were just like, and who trusted them with live television, and was like really unimpressed.
And I just remember as soon as he had said mangina, like basically everyone in there was like, oh, is he allowed to say that? That's going to be corrupted. Yeah. Everyone got so horrified. And Osher Gunsberg was like horrified.
He made some smart ass comment about why did we let them on the show.
No, he made this comment when like that other woman, the Barnett.
Oh yeah, because I
can't remember her name. It was something Barnett. She won like 100 awards, and they did a live stream to her. And he made some comment about, oh, at least you're not in your onesie or in your PJs or something.
5 Stars wore pajamas because it was like 3 a.m. LA time when they were live streaming.
And because we were so far delayed, they had to stick around longer after that too to still be there.
So they're just like, hey, here's us in our pajamas.
And I think they know that everyone was unimpressed because then when they came back to the next part of the live stream, they were miraculously in clothes.
Yeah, and they were very serious in that like second one. This is like Australian music industry's only award.
I was just like, I don't think this is something that people honestly know, but when 5 Soft's their live stream cuts off, they still see the entire Arias. They were still seeing everything that the cameras were seeing. They had to watch it all. So they probably would have heard the smart-ass remarks being made about them, and they were like, shit, we better take this seriously.
They're actually really mad at us. And then they came back with the shittest tour dates that we've ever seen in our lives.
We just started yelling abuse. I remember when Ed and Wendy were up for that International Artist of the Year or whatever it was, and I was like, Ed deserves this. He's toured here twice. I know it's a fan-voted award, but he really did deserve that.
Wendy couldn't even sell out one tour here.
Yeah, they couldn't even sell out their stadiums. Like, it was insane. And we knew that Ed hadn't won it because he didn't come back.
Yeah.
So he didn't come back after he did his performance. So like, he didn't win it. And then when 1D won it, which we knew was coming, we just got really, really angry.
Everything exciting that happened.
Yeah, because I mean the after parties like were dead.
Yeah,
I think because it was a hot day.
Because it was hot, everyone kind of went home, but we still like went into them.
Yeah, we still went.
And then we were in one of them for a while because we were waiting for it to hit 12 because it was my birthday at 12. Went up to Sony. As you do.
And then we went home.
But then, like, there was literally...
there was no one around.
But then it was also, when we say, and then we went home, it was still like 3 a.m. Because, yeah, it was still awesome.
I think this year's was better performance-wise.
The performances were really good this year. Like, there wasn't really one that we were like, what is this shit?
And got bored in it. Like, all of them were good. Which is rare because we don't.
The one with Tina Arena was really good.
I was extremely impressed with that
She did a really good speech too, actually. She speaks really well.
I remember somebody thanked the wrong person and then they continually kept thanking them. George Michael.
George Michael.
They thanked George Michael every speech because it was like one person made the mistake and said George Michael.
And one
instead
person,
of someone else.
Yeah. And that one guy that bet AC/DC. So all night they're like, I bet this person and AC/DC.
And I'd like to thank George Michael.
And
every
George Michael.
person.
Every single speech.
This is why I like Australia.
Because everyone just kept taking the piss. Yeah, that's our Aria story. Soz that it's going to be like 2 weeks late by the time this gets up.
But yeah.
It
was a great experience.
Yeah, it was like we were too kind of in the moment to record anything. And obviously we could hardly like be in an after party being like, just in the Arias. Here's all these celebrities.
And then just, let's not even talk about Ed.
He wasn't there. He didn't go to the Arias this year.
That's the end of it there. Ed didn't go by.
Ed didn't go to the Arias. Bye.